NFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Duke Johnson, the ball.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
6.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
To throw is Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
On 1st and 10, Love. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brings up 2nd and
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Smith catches left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
it's a gain of 25.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Play action this time with Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Zerline set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, well, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Open space inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Prescott. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 2 first First half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there. A big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
They go bootleg. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Makes the score Raiders 14.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the
see if they can get the score. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Titans.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down. Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working out of the gun. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, Love. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Take over first and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage.
That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brought down back at the 40.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott from the gun. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
Now a second down throw for Love here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with Defensively, they have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
4 yards to go.
Love from the gun on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studio, we now proceed to the start of the second half.
10.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Love now to pass on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
First down, Love to pass. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Love from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a look.
He loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
Offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick him up.
And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Jonathan Hankins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. On second down, it's Jacobs. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll lead here to a third down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Trying to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
The 42-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Prescott, he'll run. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Dak's going to keep it. Bust through the tackle. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On play action. Love to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Love. Over the middle to Smith.
Love's pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Jacobs.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on him.
And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Third and long for Love. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Johnson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. First down, going to the air with Love. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
At the 37-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they've peeled up some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They run it with Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
There on the tackle.
Love now on 2nd down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jonnu Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have made this a one-score game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
29-yard line.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that number 1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
That pass caught by Zay Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Jackson on the tackle. A gain of 4.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's caught left side. It's Woods.
That's good.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They like they get the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up to the 2nd and 3.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
That's good.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Duke Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
So now the Titans down on the scoreboard, and time, a huge factor. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Play action this time with Love. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
On the deep ball. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Love. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Raiders